It is time for another favorites video, and this month I'm a little behind, but I've been busy. I've been actually a little sick and I'm traveling. I'm going to Romania this month with my son. So there's just been a lot of prep happening, and yeah, I'm very excited about that. But today we're talking about September favorites, and I've discovered quite a few good products in September. So good that they've become my staple, and I'm excited to share them with you. I don't think it's going to be any surprise because I've talked about some of these in my videos, but I do have some amazing new fragrance houses that I've discovered this month. I have some skincare, some hair products. I just have a lot. So I'm excited to share them with you. If you're interested, of course, continue watching. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tania. I would love for you to subscribe down below, and let's get started. I do have a coffee right here. It is all black. Usually I drink more of a cappuccino, but from time to time, just a good old pour over, it does the job. So let's start with fragrance. I think so. Let's start with this house right here. This is the Eauso Vert. I'm probably butchering that. So this is how you spell it right there. This is a new house to me. I've never heard of it, never tried anything, and it was actually sent to me by Twisted Lily. They reached out and asked if I wanted to try this brand, and after looking at their website and kind of what the brand stands for and just the vibe of the brand, I think I want to try that. It sounds like something that I would like. So this one right here that I have full size is the Vanilla Embers. And then I do have, how many here? 4 other fragrance that I have been testing out. I love when companies send me discovery sets just because it gives me a good idea about the whole company, so I can kind of share with you guys more. So for me, overall, the company reminds me a little bit of the Le Labo scents. They seem to be a little bit more natural, more earthy, not overly sweet and just overly chemical. They smell clean and natural. The scents also remind me a little bit of Byredo scents. So if it's in that family, Le Labo, Byredo, it's kind of like a mix of those. They're not as pricey as those. I think these run around $180 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $185. And I do have a 10% off coupon with Twisted Lily. It is Tania 10. I'm going to put it on the screen right here in the description box below. But I have been testing these fragrances out. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this vanilla. This one, I think it's going to be overall the most loved. It's a beautiful vanilla that's a little spicy. It has some cardamom in the opening, some florals. So it's not a sickly sweet vanilla. I don't love very gourmand sweet vanillas. So for me, this was kind of a surprise that I liked it so much. In the top, we do have some floral notes, cardamom, middle, African orange flower, jasmine, and then the base is vanilla, turmeric, and sandalwood. This fragrance reminds me of fall, of a colder weather. It is sweet because you have that vanilla in it, but it is also spicy. It's not that gourmand sugary vanilla. And so I personally don't love gourmand scents. A little bit, yes, and you'll see I'll have another one that I'm going to talk about today that I enjoyed. But this is more on that spicier vanilla warm scent. It reminds me a little bit of Parfum de Marly Altair. Not as spicy as that one. This one doesn't have any cinnamon in it, but it does have some spices to it. And this lasts pretty well on me. Out of all of them, this one and the patchouli one lasts really good on me. So this is wonderful for fall. And then I'm going to talk real quick about this one, Boozy Patchouli. If you like patchouli, you're going to love this one. My husband actually really liked this one. This fragrance reminds me just a little bit of the Chanel exclusive line, their really expensive line. It gives me the same vibe. I can't pinpoint exactly which one of them it reminds me of, but just overall with the patchouli in there, it reminds me of Chanel, so it smells expensive to me. Then we have here Purple Noon. I did spray it here. This is a little bit more summery. It smells more like yellow flowers. It has some ginger in it, ylang ylang if I'm not mistaken. Maybe some coconut as well. Yes, coconut water, geranium. It has orris root, musk, tuberose. Yeah, it is pretty, but it's not my favorite. I don't love coconut in my scents, and I definitely can smell that coconut in it. Next, we have Sintra right here. This is more of a citrusy, brighter fragrance, and then it does have some musk in it, vetiver, and it's nice, but again, it's not a huge standout. It's not one that I would purchase full size. But the next one, which is the Joga, that I would consider purchasing a full size, it is a more green scent. It reminds me of a Just Clean Spa. I love green scents. I love some that smell earthy, vetiver, even citrusy. And this one also has some blackberry in it, maybe? No, black currant. And then you have turmeric, you have magnolia, black pepper, and then the base you have jasmine, vetiver, and white amber. I really like this one. Again, it opens up a lot more green and a lot more bright, but then with the amber in there, it definitely becomes warmer and it lasts pretty well on me. Out of all of them, I think the patchouli one lasts the longest out of all of them, and the vanilla. The vanilla is quite long lasting, but this is one that I really, really enjoy as well. I just really enjoyed discovering this brand and just playing with all their scents. I liked they're more sustainable and they're trying to focus more on natural ingredients. They're not fully all natural. They'll use synthetic when they have to, but just overall, I really have enjoyed the brand. Now, the next fragrance house has quickly become my, I want to say, top 5 fragrance houses in my collection, and that says a lot because I have a lot of fragrances. I've also tried a lot of samples from this house, but these two right here are masterpieces in my opinion. This is House of Beau. We have Casa Blanca and Bombon, and I think these are going to become my favorite fragrances overall. Casa Blanca is the most interesting fragrance I think that I've ever tried. It is more mineral opening. It has white tea, labdanum. You have vanilla. I think there's some leather in here. I can smell leather. Oh, I need to look up the notes because it is one of those that I just can't pinpoint the notes. There's also fig in here, white suede, tobacco oud. Oh, I cannot explain how this smells. It just smells divine and blended so well, and it reminds me of something clean but chic, and it reminds me of a memory, but I can't pinpoint what it is. It is the most unique fragrance I think that I have in my entire collection, and I am in love. These are 40 ml and they also come in 100 ml, and I wish I had 100 ml of this one because I know I'm going to go through it. The packaging is absolutely luxurious. Definitely my favorite packaging in the fragrances that I have. And the 100 ml fragrances, I don't think they have this gold on the bottom. I don't know. But Casa Blanca, it's a blind buy safe. I think anybody's gonna like it. It is incredible. On me, it lasts really well. It's not a beast mode. I would say it's moderate projection. And then we have Bonbon, and this is more of a gourmand fragrance, but done so incredibly well. Again, I don't love very sweet gourmand fragrances, but oh my gosh, it is so good. Again, I'm going to pull up the notes because I don't know how to explain it. Top notes, you have lily of the valley, lychee, saffron. Middle, you have caramel, marshmallow, pink pepper, bergamot. And then base, you have birch, cognac, and ambergris. Guys, for fall, for winter, heaven. I want you to try these. I've tried other samples from them. They have rose one, La Mer, the one Vert. I really like that one. But these two, I think these are blind buy safe, to be honest. I don't know who's not gonna like these. And everything from the packaging to the cap, this is actual rock. It is stunning, extremely luxurious, and I am in love. I am in love. I did forget to mention the longevity of the Bombon. This one I would say is more long lasting than Casa. I don't know. I think they're similar. This one just projects a little bit more. But yeah, oh, they're so good. Even the projection is exactly what I want. You know, I want people around me to smell me, but not to where I walk in a room and I'm intoxicating everybody. It's such an elegant, excellent brand. Let's move on to hair products, and I have only one, but it is so good. This is the Unite 7 Seconds Detangler. I don't know if I mentioned this in my channel before. This is not new, but I have to give it love because it is the best detangler. If you have kids, this is a lifesaver. One of my daughters has the most tangly hair ever, and it's thick, and this I'll just brush right through it. And also my son, who has like ringlets, perfect. I have done hair for probably 15 years now, and this is still the best detangler I have ever tried. Okay, a couple skincare products. I have discovered Prequel. This I bought at Target, and I ran out of my vitamin C products I've been using. Random ones. I tried some from Amazon. I've tried the really nice SkinCeutical one. I really like that one. But I heard that this right here, their vitamin C, brightening vitamin C serum, is very similar to that one. So I picked it up. It was, I think, around $20, and I love it. First of all, the packaging is really nice. My skin feels brighter and smoother since I've been using it, which has been maybe 3 weeks now, maybe a month. It is so good. Again, the price is right. So I thought I would mention this. I don't have sensitive skin. So if you have sensitive skin, I can't speak on that. But if you are looking for a good vitamin C that doesn't break the bank, this is it. I love it. And then the other product that I've tried from them is this cleanser non-drying. When it says that this is non-drying, it is non-drying. After I take my makeup off and cleanse with this, my skin feels so soft. I am so shocked that I've never tried the Prequel products because the price is right. I looked at the ingredients. They look great. And this is a big old boy. Look at that. It looks like a hair shampoo. So I really enjoy this one. It's probably going to be one of those that will stay in my collection for a very long time because everything else will almost strip my skin too much, or they're extremely expensive. And this one is worth it. Again, I got mine at Target. And I think that's it for non-makeup products. So let's move on to the makeup. The one foundation that I have used the most this month is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. I love this one so much. I don't think I've used a foundation day after day as much as I've used this one. In all of my reels, all of my videos, people were asking, what is your base? It is this one. It works with my skin so well. It is what I'm wearing today. It is not too drying. It is not too much coverage. It is not too glowy. It is perfection. I think this is probably my favorite product that Huda ever came out with. I like this better than their powder. It is blurring, yes, but it looks so natural on my skin. It doesn't look heavy, doesn't look cakey. I don't use a ton of product because you don't need a lot, and I don't get full-on coverage from it, but I get a good medium coverage. It lasts really well. I love it. I went to a couple kind of small vacations here and there, and this is the one I brought. That was it. The only one. I have used a couple other products. For example, my Clé de Peau cream foundation. I've used this a few times this month. I didn't wear a ton of makeup this month. Well, this past month, just because, like I mentioned, I've been extremely busy and sick, and anyway, but if I had to pick one favorite foundation this month, it has to go to the Huda Beauty. It is so beautiful, and I know a lot of people love it. I like the price point. The packaging is nothing special, you know. It is a squeeze tube, but I actually really like that because, as I mentioned before, I am going to travel more this month, and having a small foundation that's not glass, it's plastic, it can't break. It can't really explode in my makeup bag. So this is great. By the way, my color is 240 and Toasted Coconut. Let's move on to concealers. I do have two here, but one of them I've used the most. So we have the Westman Atelier and the Ciele concealer. I like the Ciele one. This is a little bit more maybe heavy duty. I do like using this on my chin or blemishes or things like that. I still use it under the eye, but Westman Atelier under the eye, this is the most flawless, beautiful concealer, I think, in my entire collection. The second I swatched this when I purchased it, it was a love at first application. And the more I use it, the more I love it. It is beautiful. It is almost full coverage. It gives the most beautiful smooth under eye. It is not heavy. It is not drying. It is a little bit thicker and creamier than a serum concealer, but I like that because it stays in place. I definitely set it, but you don't have to. This is one of those that it kind of sets itself, and I have gone around without setting it, but I do enjoy it better when I set it. It gives me just overall more longevity. I have mine in the shade M2. I really like this shade. I also have M1, and it is straight up yellow. I don't like that shade. This is without a doubt my most used concealer this month. I've definitely used this one way more than Ciele, but I have found that Ciele is better for just kind of my skin imperfections. If I need even more smoothness under the eyes, I will go with Westman Atelier and do a dot of Ciele kind of down here, and that will smooth out everything. If I had to pick only one, Westman Atelier at the moment, it's my most used concealer. This one with a Huda, it makes your skin look so smooth. It doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel heavy, it lasts throughout the day. It is beautiful. Okay, so again, two amazing discoveries this month. For powder now, I have tried so many powders this month just because the whole shebackle with Givenchy powder. And I have tried the Makeup by Mario powder. Now, I have tested this out, and I think I've tested it out on camera as well, and I liked it, but I don't think I fell completely in love. But the more I use it, the more I like it. This is in Fair Pink. It is not super pink. It's a little bit brightening, but not much. But it is very blurring, very smoothing. It helps a lot with my T-zone, like the brightness on my T-zone. I find myself reaching for it over and over again. I do have my La Prairie powder that I still absolutely love, but it's such an expensive powder. It's hard for me to justify it. So this is one that I reach for, that I know it will blur my skin, my pores. I know it will last. I know I'm not going to go broke using it. So I think it is a great option. You also get quite a lot of product here. So yeah, this is a powder that I reach for, I would say, the most this month. I also was trying to test it out to kind of gather my thoughts on it. And my thoughts are that I actually really like it. But another powder that I don't know if I mentioned it in a video, but it is the new Tower 28 pressed powder. This is in the pink. It's not very pink. Looks very light, but I love to touch up my makeup with this. So I'm just gonna go right here. I've been filming for a while, and so just a little bit everywhere is the way I've been using it. I don't necessarily set my under eyes with this, but as a setting powder all over, it is so beautiful. The packaging feels nice and cheap. It is not a great packaging, okay? It truly feels like drugstore. You do not even get a mirror here, which I don't like. I wish I had a mirror, but I will say that I do this and pat it in here and then go. So I don't know. I've actually been enjoying doing that quite a bit. But this is beautiful. It's smoothing. It's not too heavy. It's a great touch-up powder. And it's one that, again, I've been reaching for a lot. Quite a lot. I'm just going to kind of clean the makeup. I've had it on, like I mentioned, for many, many hours. So these two powders are the ones that I've reached for the most this month. The La Prairie as well. I've been reaching for this. Ugh. I want to say just as much as the Makeup by Mario one, but it's just hard to recommend because it's so expensive. For bronzer, blush, highlighter, I have been using these Hourglass palettes. These have been released, I think, beginning of September, and I can't put them down. I love them so much. I've done so many videos on them and reels and all that jazz, and they are, I think, my favorite release from Hourglass, like big palettes. I love them all. Maybe the one that I have used the most is the Dragon one, just because everything works for me. I really like the finishing powders on it. They just give me the most beautiful filter on my face. The bronzer, it is a perfect bronzer. It's not too intense, so I definitely have to build this up, but I prefer that over just too pigmented bronzer. And I like the undertone. It is not warm. It is a beautiful neutral shade. Then the blushes are, again, beautiful, stunning. They go a little softer in the beginning, but then you build them up so you can get a lot more pigment. And then the highlighter is also stunning because it's not too yellow, it's not too rosy. Just, it's such a perfect palette for somebody my skin tone or lighter. It is on the fair side, so if you have medium skin tone, I think this won't show up enough. But then you have the evil eye here that, look at those blushes. It's gorgeous. This blush right here, it is the most beautiful beigey color. I think this palette is worth it just for like the couple blushes you have here. Also, the finishing powder is excellent. Everything, it's beautiful. It's just a little deeper. So if you have light, medium skin tone, I think this is a good option. And the Lotus, man, I love this one so much. I think this is the one that I love the most out of all of them. I just haven't used it as much as the Dragon one, for example, but I have reached for it. I have learned to use it. I love this red color right here. It's called Red O. Oh, it is so beautiful. Yeah, wow, look at that. Yeah, let's put some on. Okay, I can't. I'm just going to take a little bit on this brush. Okay, this brush from Rephr. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I just received it, but safe to say that it is my favorite brush that I own in my entire collection. Safe to say, okay? First of all, look at that blush. I'm sorry, I'm everywhere right now, but it just reminded me about this brush. This is the Koyo brush from Rephr. I don't know if they still have them or they've sold out. It is the softest brush that I have in my entire collection. And I have many brushes. The airiness of it, the smoothness, the way it applies the products, it is heavenly. Look at the packaging. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful? Oh, I'm covering the best part right here. The angle of the brush, the softness, just, it is a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. I don't know if they still have it in stock. If they do and you're thinking about it, get it. These sell out all the time. But I think Rephr needs to make this permanent because it is excellent. I cannot say enough good things about it. I'm going to talk about it more in my future video once I used it a little bit more, but yeah, absolutely fantastic brush. So this is the shade Red O. So beautiful. So yeah, Lotus is again for deeper skin tones, but even if you have my skin tone, I can make it work. The blushes show up and I'm just being a little bit more careful, but it is fantastic. So Hourglass did amazing with this release. Moving on to the eyes, and the eyeshadow that I'm wearing today is this YSL one. Well, not this one. The 700 from YSL. Stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I have picked up quite a few from YSL lately because they came out with new colors. So I picked all of them up. Here we have the 800. I think I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this. 710. I know I've done a video on this. And then one that I actually haven't tried yet, it is the 810, this orange shade. I'm very excited to play with this. For fall, it's going to be beautiful. But this one, it's probably my most used one. I just really wanted to show you me applying this eyeshadow because last time I wore it, I got so many questions about it. The formula is so creamy, so soft. It is a little intimidating because you see that gray and the black, but do not be afraid. They're so blendable, so buildable. If you just want a wash of color, just do a wash of color. If you want more impact, you can build these colors up. The topper is heavenly. It is so beautiful. Definitely more of that silver, but the base is pretty much clear, so it's not too much. So I keep buying new shades. If I find it on sale or if I find it in store somewhere, I will pick one up because they are stunning. I am in love. I traveled, like I mentioned, and I brought just 2 of these YSL shadows. Another eyeshadow trio that I've been using a lot is this Westman Atelier one. This is in Toujours. So these are all the matte version. I do not like their older formula that comes with some shimmers. I prefer these all matte. This looks glossy, but it's not. It's just a reflection. And I really like these. The formula is kind of puffy and it's not extremely pigmented initially, but you can definitely build up the color. But the blendability of them, the softness on the eyes, it's not gonna give you anything crazy. And I think that's why I like them so much, because day to day, I don't really want a ton on my eyes, but it gives definition. It gives this smoothness on your eyes and they last really well. So this is another one that I've just been reaching for over and over again. The mascara that I've discovered, where is it? This one right here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Exagger Volume Mascara. I think this is a very beautiful kind of thick mascara. You can get this clumpy if you over apply. If you apply 3-4 layers, I think it can get a little clumpy, but it does give you a lot of volume, a lot of length, and just overall, it is a mascara that I reach for. It does not smudge, which is my #1 problem. So because of that, it just had to go in a favorites. I think that is it for eyes. We're gonna move on to lip products, and I always have way too many lip products. I always purchase lip products. It's a problem, okay? I need an intervention, but I love this lip liner from Tom Ford. This is the one in 103 Irresistible. The writing and everything is completely smudging off. What a shame, because these are extremely expensive. Are they worth the money? Ugh, probably not. You know, they're just lip liners, but they glide on so well. They last on me all day long, unless I completely eat a ton of oily foods and I rub my mouth, then obviously it's gonna kind of rub off. But color, the way it blends, I love this. Love, love, love this lip liner. I think it's my most used without a doubt this month. For other products like lipsticks and all that, I don't have anything that stands out to me besides these Eadem lip balms. I have 3 colors right here. I did apply one in my application. I applied the color Burnt Balai, and that one is more of a beautiful kind of nudie. It has a little bit of warmth in it, and the thing that I like so much about these is that they are very glossy. The application is so easy. It has that cooling applicator, but they're not sticky. They are thicker on the lips, so they last longer, but they're not sticky at all, and they moisturize your lips. Hours and hours after I apply this product, my lips still feel moisturized. Even if I completely took off the gloss, my lips still feel so moisturized. I am absolutely in love with these. You can find them at Sephora. These were sent to me a couple months ago, but I would repurchase them in a heartbeat. They are fantastic, a very unique formula, and the gloss is out of this world. If I had to pick between Summer Friday, Nude Sticks, all the little lip balms, lip glosses, I would pick these over all of those. And then the last one that I want to mention is this Armani gloss. This color is kind of new to me. It's in 06. I have quite a few of the other ones. I think I have another one. So this is 07. Look how much I've used. Can you tell? Not quite half used, but I used quite a lot. Same with the pink one. Pink one's pretty much half gone. I like these. I initially didn't love them. I thought they were very overpriced, but there's something about them that I love so much. And so I wanted a fall color. So this is it right here. This is 06. I'm actually going to put it on because I don't think I've ever shown you guys on camera, but this color, oh, it's so beautiful. It's not too deep and red, but it definitely gives that kind of fall ready lip look. I'm going to add just a little bit more right here because you can build the color up a little bit. Not too much, but these are so light on the lips and I don't know, very glossy but light. That is the color 06. And I think it's really beautiful. Obviously, it's not as deep as you see it here, but this paired with a brown lip liner, a deeper brown lip liner, that would be a perfect fall look. And those are all my September favorites. I feel like I have discovered such good, incredible products that have quickly become my daily routine, from perfumes to concealers to foundation, just so many good products this month. In the next month, I will be traveling quite a bit. Like I mentioned, I'm going to go to Romania. We're going to travel all around Romania. We're going to go to Vienna, Hungary. So I'll be traveling quite a bit. I do want to do some vlogs and some simple get ready with me's and what I pack and things like that. So if you're interested in some of those videos, make sure you subscribe down below so you won't miss out on them. And that's it. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.